She'll probably never have feelings in it, but she is able to move her hands, so that is good.
The daughter of a Lincoln County woman attacked by a pack of dogs today gives us an update on her condition tonight.
Back in August, police say an ambulance crashed into 3 teenagers on their bicycles, killing one of them. Now that driver faces several charges.
Check your kitchen cabinets why some Kroger seasonings that you may use in your recipes have been recalled.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. WKYT News starts now with First Alert Weather.
And good evening. Slow-moving showers and storms have been drenching a few parts of the bluegrass tonight.
And within the last hour, some flash flood warnings have been issued. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey. He shows us what he's tracking right now for us. Chris?
Yeah, those showers and storms just to the east of the Lexington metro kind of been sitting in place over the past couple of hours. We've been getting one developing right after another, putting down some very heavy rains. For that reason, flash flood warning, as you mentioned, is out for a couple of counties. That would include Montgomery County, Bath County, into sections of Menifee County, also into parts of Elliott County as well. This particular flash flood warning that we're looking at will take us until 1:15 tomorrow morning. And look at the numbers so far. We've been picking up at least Defender estimates here, anywhere from 1 to almost 3 inches of rain in a narrow corridor to the south of Interstate 64. We take you in up close and personal to show you the areas getting hit the hardest as of right now, with the heaviest rains right along 36 here, not too far away from the Clear Creek Furnace area, on into Frenchburg, northern parts of Menifee County, around Olympia here into southern Bath County. Watch those creeks and streams. The heaviest rain has been falling here just to the north of Camargo into Montgomery County, where we're likely getting some smaller creeks and streams running out of their banks as of now. Additional showers and storms had been popping to the north of that, those beginning to weaken. Got one lone thunderstorm into parts of Owen County. Overall, southern and western parts of the area not seeing a whole heck of a lot, but the overall flow tonight into tomorrow suggests we have to be on guard for additional clusters of storms over the next few days. Guys, when I come back in a little bit, we'll take you through the next 72 hours with the hour-by-hour forecast, show you how those thunderstorms will eventually lead to some better weather.
Chris, thank you. Now to a couple of breaking news stories that we're tracking in Lexington tonight. First, Lexington police say a child has been rushed to the hospital after being hit by a car. It happened around 9 tonight on Providence Lane, just off Tates Creek Road. Police say the child was riding a skateboard in the street when the car hit him. He was taken to UK hospital, but police do not know his condition tonight.
Around the same time, Lexington police were called to a crash on New Circle Road near Richmond Road. It happened in the inner loop lanes. Police have not released any details about this crash, but we do know that at least one person was taken to the hospital with unknown injuries. Police were expecting to clear that scene soon. Family members say she has a long road to recovery ahead. New tonight, the daughter of a Lincoln County woman mauled by a pack of dogs is talking about that attack.
Loretta Stevens was in the garden of her home this morning when the dogs attacked her. She's now at UK hospital, and her daughter says she's going to fight for justice in this case. Monique Blair is at the live desk with our top story at 11. Monique?
Well, Amber and Sam, I talked to Loretta Stevens' mother and her daughter tonight. They say Loretta is in fair condition at UK hospital, but she has very severe injuries and a very long road to recovery.
She's got holes all over her body.
Loretta Stevens' daughter, Trivia Hebrock, says her mom was outside her home Monday when she noticed her cat running towards her looking scared. That's when she walked around the corner, and she says almost instantly was ambushed by the 7 Presa Canarios.
There's trees broken where these dogs have smashed her down in there. I just got to see it for the first time. I mean, they have smashed this tree down and pushed her into it. There's blood everywhere.
Hebrock says her mom has severe wounds all over her body.
Looks like a sleeve has been rolled down. All the skin is pushed down. You can see the muscle and the tendon running across.
Hebrock says Stevens then played dead in order to get the dogs to stop attacking her.
Crawled back, all the way back around onto her back porch into her house. I don't know how she done it, but she did it.
Stevens was able to call her mother, who then called 911.
She's waking up every few minutes when she does get to sleep. She's jumping up She's scared to death that they're going to get her.
The dog's owner, Chris Pope, had fought to get them back after they were seized in Boyle County. Court records show he had 12 counts of animal cruelty reduced to 12 counts of mistreatment of a dog. Now Hebrock says she's going to fight to get justice for her mom.
We will find out why they were awarded back, and Richard Campbell will tell us. Not next week, we will know now.
Now, Richard Campbell is the Boyle County attorney. Hebrock says she wants to make it clear that she does not think this attack was the dog's fault, but the fault of whoever trained them to be vicious. At the live desk, Monique Blair, WKYT.
Monique, thank you. The Lincoln County Sheriff says the man who owned the dogs, Chris Pope, was not living at the home where the dogs were being kept. The sheriff says 6 of the dogs were caught and a 7th was shot and killed.
Nearly a year after a teenager died when a Knox County ambulance hit him, a grand jury has indicted the driver for manslaughter. Investigators now say that 25-year-old Kevin French was driving that ambulance while under the influence. Police say the 14-year-old victim was riding his bike at the time. Sam Smith has new details in the investigation.
11 months ago, here on US 25, police say an ambulance crashed into a group of teenagers on their bikes. The crash happened near Marie Wyatt's business.
When I heard about what happened, I was saddened because I had heard that a little boy had gotten killed.
Samson Callender died that night in August. He was 14 years old. Police said the other kids had non-life-threatening injuries. On the night of the crash, Kentucky State Police say the teenagers were riding their bikes in the median before the ambulance left the roadway, hitting all 3 teens. On Friday, the driver of the ambulance, Kevin French, was charged for the crash. There are 4 charges altogether. The first, manslaughter for allegedly operating a vehicle while under the influence of intoxicants and then crashing into the teens. The second and third charges are for striking the other teens with the ambulance. The last charge is for driving 70 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone.
I feel really bad for the little boy's family and for the ambulance driver because that's something he's going to have to live with for the rest of his life.
In Knox County, Sam Smith, WKYT.
We talked to Callender's mother after the crash last year. She told us the road is too dangerous for cyclists, and she did not want her son riding his bike there after dark.
New tonight, the Boy Scouts of America have ended a ban on gay adult leaders. It was approved by the organization's 80-member National Executive Board, but the Boy Scouts will still allow church-sponsored scout units to exclude gay leaders for faith-based reasons. The new policy takes effect immediately. The organization's president, former Defense Secretary Robert Gates, had said in May that the ban was likely to be the target of lawsuits that the Scouts would likely lose. Tonight, a man faces a murder charge for the death of another man nearly 3 months ago.
Roger Kinney is now in jail in Ohio. The Clark County Sheriff's Office believes he killed a man back in May, but the victim's body was not found until last week on a Clark County farm. The sheriff says investigators received a tip a few weeks ago that Kinney confessed to killing a man and burying him on a farm. Investigators did not find anything then, but last week the sheriff says a man mowing in that area found the decomposed body.
The deceased person had never been reported as missing, which kind of complicates it because he's missing 2.5, almost 3 months.
The sheriff says investigators believe they know who the victim is, but they're waiting for the medical examiner to release the identity. He will not discuss a motive for the murder, but says investigators are still interviewing people and more charges may be filed.
All right, check your pantry. If you bought seasonings at Kroger recently, we have a recall alert that could affect you. Kroger has recalled 4 seasonings over fears that they could have been contaminated with salmonella. So far, no illnesses have been reported. The recall includes Kroger brand ground cinnamon, Kroger garlic powder, Kroger coarse ground black pepper, and Kroger bacon buds. Only certain sell-by dates are affected by the recall. For more information, just go to WKYT.com.
Up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
Tonight, at least 9 wildfires are burning across California, threatening hundreds of homes, and hot temperatures are only making it worse for the firefighters.
Firefighters say the largest fires are in the northern part of the state. They've warned hundreds of people that they may have to evacuate. That includes one woman who says she is staying behind to look after her herd of alpacas.
My first response is not fear. It is start putting everything into place.
Along with attacking the fires on the ground, firefighters are also using helicopters to drop water and air tankers to spread fire retardant. They say some of the fires are less than 20% contained.
New tonight, a community is remembering a 13-year-old Hardin County girl hit by a car while riding her bicycle. Investigators say that Kimberly Kearns died Friday afternoon after a car hit her on Grayson Street in the Upton community. Kimberly's mother says she drove by the crash scene a short time after the accident.
At that time, I did not know that was my child. So I went home and she wasn't there, and I seen some change on the counter and I got worried.
She says she went back to the scene and saw her daughter's shoe in the road. Those who knew Kimberly say that she loved life and didn't know a stranger. Her mother says she doesn't know why Kimberly was on Grayson Street. She says she told her to stay home while she was at work. New tonight, Lexington city leaders, the University of Kentucky, and others in the community are coming together to make the city a safer place. Lexington is seeking accreditation as a safe community by the National Safety Council. To earn that designation, city leaders will need to identify the top causes of injuries and deaths in this city and come up with a plan to reduce them.
For young people, it's motor vehicle crashes. During middle age, we see drug overdoses, particularly prescription painkiller abuse. And then as we age or we get older, it's falls. And so really protecting people in the community from some of those top killers is a challenge.
National Safety Council President Deborah Hirschman, who you just heard there, says she's seen Lexington pulled together before. You may recall that she used to be the chairwoman of the NTSB, and she played a key role in the investigation of the 2006 Comair plane crash at Bluegrass Airport. Now, in Kentucky, Madison County, Murray State University, and Western Kentucky University have already been designated as safe communities.
Tonight, state leaders say a 3-year-old law designed to fight prescription drug abuse in Kentucky is working. A new University of Kentucky study shows a significant decline in prescription drug abuse statewide since House Bill 1 became law. And the study says so-called doctor shopping has decreased by more than 50%. The study also says more people are seeking treatment for addiction. But Governor Beshear says there's still a lot of work to be done.
Are we declaring victory? Absolutely not. The problem of drug addiction is stubborn. It's ever evolving. And it requires nothing less than full engagement by every aspect of society. We all know this issue is about people, helping good people.
House Bill 1 expanded the state's prescription monitoring system and required all physicians and pharmacists to register with it. The bill also required that pain management facilities be owned by a licensed doctor.
Some upgrades are now being planned for the inside of Rupp Arena. Today, the Lexington Center Board approved $15 million in technology upgrades for the nearly 40-year-old facility. Among the changes, a new video scoreboard installed in the center of the arena's ceiling and ribbon scoreboards around the arena, plus 4 new video screens in each corner of the arena. Fans will also be able to use wireless internet in the arena.
And to be able to improve fan experience and fan activation, those are just important things for us to continue to address.
Lexington Center leaders say the upgrades will be financed through the sale of Lexington Center bonds. The upgrades will be rolled out over the next year and a half. You sometimes forget how old it is until you hear 40 years.
It'd be great to see some sprucing up there, won't it? Yeah.